Hello, YouTube. Welcome. Hopefully you can all hear me, and hopefully my nose is going to play ball today. Probably not, because I haven't been for the rest of the day. So, thing there. That's not a bad thing. But today we've got something different. So we've got on. It's going to be your right. So the right. That side. It's your left. Yeah. Your left is Redout, being played through the Oculus from Steam, and on the left is Wipeout Omega Collection on the PSVR, and we can do a bit of comparison. Now, for those of you who don't know, because you're mainly into PSVR, Redout at one point was going to be coming to the PSVR, and it kind of went missing in action somewhere, and I don't know where. But obviously, Redout has a number of similarities to Wipeout. For a start, they both have "out" in the name of the game. They both have some sort of dancey soundtracks. They're both futuristic anti-gravity racers, so they've both got that same thing going for them. It's a little bit, but obviously they're a little bit different. I mean, Redout does obviously tip more than its hat to Wipeout, and obviously people can make another argument saying that Wipeout tips its hat to F-Zero. Yes and no. Completely different games in my opinion. Now, I know we could be saying, okay, PC VR versus PSVR. This one I think is going to be closer than you might imagine. We're going to be playing for a start Redout, and both of them are going to be played with PS4 controllers. So there's not much in the difference in the input. And oddly enough, I actually have a number of the system stuff ramped up in Redout. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Let's check something there. Oh. Yay, that says good. Yay, that says good. And we should have, hopefully my speech bot should be working today as well. Hopefully. He says. If anybody comes along and watches, that is. We'll see. I'm doing these streams at very random times, I realise. My apologies. I'm a very random person like that. But obviously if you've come along and watched later, hey, welcome. Press likes, subscribes, notifications if you like, and there's comments. Of course, you can leave comments, and you can talk on video, and if my bot is working, it will assign you a randomly funny bot voice, as it sometimes does. But other than that, kick back and let's see where this goes. Right. We're going to have a look at Redout first, which is going to be a button over here. That one. Hey, there we go, Redout. With this controller. And that's going to be on the Rift. So we'll give that a go. Excuse me a moment. Oh, yeah. Hospital appointment is still tomorrow. I may have another streaming coming tomorrow as well, which I think will be In Depth, which should be making its way over to the PSVR, and I will play that here on the Oculus Rift, so you get the idea of what's going to be heading over to the PSVR possibly soon. I don't know when it's due to head out. All I know is there are reports of it going over to PSVR, so I bought it over here on the Oculus Rift, in hopes that it makes it to the PSVR. I know I'm pointing that way and you can't see what's down there, but the Oculus is down there and the PSVR is over there. Just for reference. But let's get into this. So, Redout was due to come to PSVR. Ooh, I can take the glasses off this one. Oh. I need to go back to the game. There we go. I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but there's a chat in behind me in case you can't. You can tell me later if you do. So this is the main menu for Redout. And it looks like there's online players, so that's really cool there. I haven't tried online yet. I've just stepped into the career to get used to it. I'm going to step back into the career as well, so it does have a single player game. Oh, for some reason that's not wanting to play ball. I think I know why. Where's my glasses gone? That'll be why. Yep, that's why. Okay. Good. So, career mode. It does this type of thing. You can see, like, it's got over there as well, and it moved me around somewhere. So I was somewhere over there, I guess. I've made it through a bit. I'm just stepping into Class 2 now. So this is going to be a Class 2 race. I can change over to Class 2. Class 2. The menus are a little bit... I don't know. If you just tap, you have to tap so quick, because otherwise it can jump too. So, upgrades. So, ships in here in Redout have power-ups. So you have, like, a weapons section, which is like or an active section, should I say? Energy, equip. So I've got an energy drainer, and then if I go over this side, you've got a number of different things: overload, boost. So the game-wise, obviously they do have similarities, but there are differences between Redout and Wipeout, especially in the control mechanism. So on Redout, you actually use both sticks. So your left stick does just your left and your right, and your right stick actually will sorry, left stick is your normal steering. It's kind of drifty like. So it's like point the nose. Right stick is like your sidestep type of drift part, and your nose up and down. And your acceleration is like accelerator, brake, and then you've got turbo and your weapon. But that's all good. We're going to just start it off so you can have a look. So, oh no, I still need class 1. What? Okay. I thought it said class 2 over there. Oh no, that's the next event. Ah, sorry. Well, we've got about the same there. We'll make it to class 2 and see how that goes. Speed-wise, this is pretty speedy. It's inside. It does have a number of views. I haven't tried the other views out, really. We can see what the type of environments. There is a mix of different environments. Yeah. windy tracks, just the same sort of winding things that you'd expect with Wipeout as well. So they've both got windy, bumpy tracks. Redout has some loops and stuff like that as well.
3, 2, 1.
Here we are.
Go.
You can see straight away they're not holding back with the speed. Oh! Yeah! I kind of crashed there. I tried to jump too much. So, yeah, if this had arrived before Wipeout, yeah, I think it would have done really well. It's a shame it hasn't come out. It is a different type of game in some ways. It's got its own feel about it. Visually, as you can see, it's not as polished as Wipeout. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm about to explode. That wasn't very good. 4th. Need to do better. Yeah, try again. Retry.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, come on.
Final lap.
Oh, what? I was trying to steal energy from them. But now I'm back in 5th again. I do like that. They kind of suspend the music a bit as you're taking the jump. There's a lot more drift-like in this game than Wipeout. Wipeout's more of a lean in, whereas this is a drift around.
Finish.
I'm doing really bad. I was doing really well before. I'm nervous. I'm down to
3,
that.
2, 1.
Let's get it this time.
Go.
Tried to steal someone's energy, but it blinds me. So when I'm trying to steal people's energy, it blinds me, which is just no good.
Final lap. Danger. Finish.
4th. Must get it. Okay. You can see what the graphics like are there again. We're going to hop over to... I need something to keep that running. We're going to use that. So that's Redout. Let's take a look at Wipeout. So you kind of got the mix of the two there. Okay. Wow. Internet at the new house is not good. Ugh. I'm sorry. Let's try and do something here. Frame rate as usual. Step that down. Okay. Hopefully that's back to normal and people are able to see okay. I hope. I hope. My apologies if that gets choppy. Right, we're going to go onto the PS4 and see what it's like over there. I need a headset. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That should all be good. We'll see. Right. So, obviously, PSVR. First thing that people would probably go is, well, PC versus PSVR. That's not exactly fair, is it? Well, here's the shocker. Visuals. Oh, hang on a second. Right, I won't be able to hear any on-screen chat, unfortunately, if that comes in at the moment. So I'll have to look over chat when I'm back. We haven't had any chat yet anyway, so it's okay. But yeah, so visually, surprisingly, they're very much equal. Actually, not equal, sorry. It's the PlayStation that wins. So, for me, visually, the PlayStation is actually seriously kicking booty. I mean, like, Wipeout hits some serious booty. It's just damn good. Alright, so obviously Wipeout 3 games in 1. Redout is its own thing. So we've got a multitude of single player content and you've got online multiplayer. Here in Wipeout, we've got single player campaign and online in Redout as well. So they're kind of equal on that side. Let's jump into a race of something in the campaign. Hopefully something where I don't embarrass myself too much. See, I'm trying to work a couple of things here because there's a few that I haven't quite got to yet. This is another thing. Menus in both are a little tricky. So I find both have some tricky menus. We'll go with combat. ship-wise, they look great. Now, the interior of the ship again. I mean, the detail here in Wipeout again is really good. The crispness, this is I think a bit of it that the headset actually for the PlayStation VR in this case actually works out really well. The display works out really well for this game, because here on the Pro, actually, and on the standard PS4, this game is super sampled. I haven't got, I don't think, super sampling on the Redout, and the modelling is a little bit more basic in Redout, especially the interior of the ship in Redout was a lot more basic looking than what we have here in Wipeout. Let's play.
5-hour speed.
So you have a bit of a look at that. So graphically, it's actually going to PlayStation for me at the moment. Level design is both of them seem to have some pretty good level design. I actually quite like some of the Redout tracks so far. But as you can see, immediately, if I look around here while I'm in the cockpit, here is like super nice and detailed, and also the scenery is really, really made up and finished really well. There's such a high degree of polish to Wipeout. Redout feels a good bit older and feels more rough around the edges, whereas this is just wow. Let's go.
Combat systems ready.
Oh, I almost caught him.
Contender eliminated.
Wow, wow. That was unbelievable. Ah! No! Did you see that? Oh no! Of course, oh, we have that little trick here in Wipeout. Oh, that was a bomb. Come on, come on.
Energy critical.
Oh.
Contender eliminated.
What hit me? Oh.
Contender eliminated.
Why so much plasma? I don't like plasma. Third rocket.
Contender eliminated. Contender eliminated. eliminated.
That was awesome.
Race complete.
Redo.
8th place.
That is terrible. Oh, that's so much fun. Terrible, but so much fun. Here we go.
Systems ready.
Come on, get somebody. Oh, what a shitstorm.
Contender eliminated. Contender eliminated. Contender eliminated.
Oh, the ringing in your ears from those bombs.
Contender eliminated. Contender eliminated.
Come on, got one. Oh,
Eliminated. Contender eliminated. Contender eliminated.
come on, that should have got some of them.
Contender eliminated.
Oh, did you see that?
Contender eliminated.
Come on,
Contender eliminated.
oh.
Contender eliminated.
Come on.
Contender eliminated.
Yeah, that was better. So as you can see, I think the combat systems are well and truly developed in here. I didn't order the rocket up my backside as well.
Race complete.
But look at this. I mean, we'll just take a look at the lap around, so you can have a bit of a look-see. Ooh. Right, let's take a look here. Let's see if I can do something between that and Redout, because this could get noisy. I've got to be careful with wires here. Okay, so I'm hoping you guys can see stuff, because I know on a screen that I'm looking at there is looking choppy. That could be something else. So as you can see graphically, Redout doesn't look slouchy. yeah, Redout doesn't look like a slouch. I do like the course design in Redout. Gameplay element wise, I'm still, jury's still out on Redout and exactly how they do that. The movement isn't bad, but it's more of a drift and then in sideways and turbo parts, and I've got more to learn there, yeah. But when you're in the VR headset itself, Wipeout is, as a visual treat, as a visual thing, Wipeout's got a lot more polish to it. It just really does hit home at just how good the developers have made this game. How good a job they've done of optimizing this game. Because it just runs smooth as anything, zero glitch. And the visuals are just, I mean, come on. You can see it. It's got to a slightly different level than Redout does. Redout's got its side of things, a little rough around the edges. So yeah, course-wise they're about equal at the minute. Let's step back into Redout. You're probably hearing a mess of music maybe from both of them there, I'm not sure. Maybe one, maybe wasn't. Postcard to get no price. Sorry. No price. Maybe a banana Kit Kat. I'm not joking about the kind of Kit Kats, but give them away, yeah, because it would melt in the post and stuff like that. Anyhow, we're going to go back into Redout. Do we have any chat? No chat. Okay, cool.
Uncontrollable, inconsolable, electric primitive.
But yeah, if you do have any questions in comments and stuff like that, down below, take a look. Comments. Right, we're going to go back over to... see what's happening there. Oh, cool. Sorry. Tweets and stuff. Right, so. Glasses off. Back into Redout. I'm going to go straight across back into... Actually, I do... Where's... I do... this... Can that still see... No. Okay. I'm going to do that bit, we'll just do that one. Then, yeah, right. So I've got to overcome. Right, let's try this again. We will get this.
1, go.
Ow! I thought we was going to get it. We're obviously not. Oh, it does have a good sense of speed in here. I do have to give that to Redout. Oh! And straight back to 5th again. I was almost there. I mean, level design wise, it does look pretty cool.
3, 2,
But just
1.
in here doesn't have the same polish.
Final lap.
Oh. I can hold it together.
Finish.
Yay, second.
New record.
That was better.
Congratulations. Silver medal awarded.
See, I now really do like the way that I really appreciate actually what Wipeout does with the cockpit view after the race. Because obviously you can see here, we do have sort of, I need to sort of like turn around to see it. Because it just goes, wow, that's a great big thing in my face that's going, yeah, congratulations! And I'm like, yeah, but I want to see the visuals! And that's hardly a big thing against gameplay, obviously. Gameplay is always king. But it's pretty damn speedy. There isn't the same options in terms of comfort settings in Redout that there is in Wipeout, but that's not a bother to me. We'll move on from here for a bit. I need glasses actually. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Right. Let's try the next lap up and see what I think to it. So we want to see a different type of level. Continue. Oh, okay. I didn't realise it was a series. So we've got
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm getting... So I don't like what they do with the weapons there. That, like, totally obscures my vision. We have sandstorms in here. Don't have weather effects in Wipeout. Really. There's some snow in Wipeout.
Final lap. New record.
see my boost gauge down there on the right. Basically, it constantly refills up. Come on. Okay, third.
Congratulations.
Third is okay.
Bronze medal awarded.
We'll take third at the moment. Oh. And continue. Come on. So there's a third one.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I like that.
SJAM Fortnite says, what the hell is this game, LMAO?
This is Redout. So this was going to be coming to the PlayStation VR, but went missing in.
Says, thank you.
Final lap.
It kind of like went missing. So I'm kind of looking at what should have come to the PlayStation VR, and then what we got, which is Wipeout VR, and doing a bit of a comparison. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Ah! I'm not doing too well at this.
SJAM Fortnite says, this looks kind of hard in VR.
It's pretty fast. It is definitely pretty fast. I've got a lot of getting used to on this one to do, because I don't know the tracks. Ah! And I messed up. That wasn't good. 7th of 7th. Try again. Yeah, retry.
3.
You better give a retry.
1, go.
Oh! I don't like when weapons are hitting you in this.
SJAM Fortnite says, I searched Gran Turismo Sport on YouTube and got this not just sample into the YouTube.
I've got a lot of other Gran Turismo content on the channel. So I do a mix of things, both Gran Turismo VR, started to do some more of the other Oculus based games as well. I have beginning parts on my Gran Turismo. It's weird that it's come up with that. It may have just gone through to the live part of my channel. But yeah, I do play Gran Turismo as well. I pitted Gran Turismo. Oh, ouch! I put Gran Turismo against one of the PC ones the other day, Project Cars 2. So I was playing Project Cars 2 next to Gran Turismo.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. For the money, obviously, Gran Turismo VR, they don't give you as much as what you would get from the PC game VR stuff, and it's really down to power in the console. There are some other differences there as well. Some might be configurable differences. All that jump. Mate, no! I didn't make it. I thought I was going to make it. Damn it. Okay, let's switch back again to Wipeout. So you can have a bit of a look there.
SJAM Fortnite says, do you steer with your head?
Nope, steering with a PS4 pad. So, all on the PS4 pad. Let me just do something here. I need...
SJAM Fortnite says, you were just looking around with your head LMAO.
Yeah, you just look around in your head like, obviously you're in the game, so, let's just show you a bit of comparison here. Okay, so this is PSVR. Do that because I won't be able to hear properly. Otherwise, see, it's not just looking around with your head. Have you tried VR before? If you haven't tried VR, you won't get it until you do. So when you try VR and then you realise, oh, hang on a second, I'm actually in the game. You're there, sitting in the thing. Then it starts to make sense. So this is the PlayStation VR, and this is Wipeout VR. So this is the Wipeout Omega Collection, which got a free VR update. This actually looks better, in my mind,
I've never tried VR
in terms of graphics than Redout. Yeah, so it's a lot different in that it seriously makes a huge difference in that you feel that you're here. So if I look down, there's a body, you know. Oh, that's the wrong controller. So in VR, I see this as a 3D object. So this scorecard in front of me is a proper 3D thing that I feel like I could almost grow out and grab.
I want to try it on Gran Turismo Sport. I love the game.
It is a good experience in Gran Turismo Sport. The one thing that lacks in Gran Turismo Sport is you get a time trial or you get versus 1 AI, which isn't so great. And also, for driving experiences, I don't usually recommend it as the first VR experience. There's a lot of other things that sometimes you want to get used to it, especially if you do get motion sickness. You need to get used to it and build up a bit sometimes. But once you're there, if you're fine with the VR, if you're good with motion, you build up or whatever, you get to do all of this stuff with the really high speed, all of the high speed stuff as well. Great thing about this game as well, actually, with Wipeout, is it's 3 games in one. So I'm going to switch across to a different version.
SJAM Fortnite says, I only race in first person, so VR would be a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah, it would. Once again, like I say, I think the only problem for Gran Turismo Sport is that the VR support lacks that true edge of competition with other cars in there. Whereas the PC side, this is going to be a bit weird actually. Let's, I want a non-zone single race, that would be good. So this is the vehicles we're racing in here, but yeah, Gran Turismo, it gives you the impression of, yeah, I'm in the car, yeah, I'm on the tracks, and you get to learn the tracks a lot more because you can see where the turnings, where the corners are, and you can get to see and feel the rise and fall of the track that you can't see on the flat screen when you're, or even the in-car view. You can't perceive that change in direction from uphill to downhill, and how the dips in the corners and different things like that work. Whereas you can in the VR side, just as if you was really there on the real track. So that does have a great advantage. But once again, the only downside of Gran Turismo VR is the lack of true competition. Right, let's try this.
SJAM Fortnite says, I understand. I would love to try it.
Yeah. Of course, I think as things go on, there's more to come, and there is also Drive Club VR. Graphically, Drive Club VR is less, and I don't think as much as the control input as with GT Sport, but you do have other cars on the grid to race against, which gives you another feeling like this. And it's stunning.
SJAM Fortnite says, I am not a competitive player, so I don't bother that.
Oh, that's not a problem. In that case, the time trial in VR would be right up your street. You could drive around the tracks, just try to pull your time down, linger around if you want, get through your different cars, and they do reward the miles now, which is a good thing. Right, let's show this off.
SJAM Fortnite says, I mean, I like clean, fast laps. It's not really competitive.
Cool. Yeah, I know what you mean. You can spend a whole heap. Oh, what is going on with me? I've got a total disconnect. Come on. Oh. I'm doing terrible. You can see the level of quality visually on Wipeout here is really
Energy critical.
good. Though I just totally got waxed there.
Tender eliminated.
I've actually got the audio from Redout going on the background. Let me just change over. I may not be able to hear any comments for a moment. So my apologies if I don't answer back straight away on this one. Sound is such a big component sometimes. But I'm, you know, this is a later level, so I'm a bit... Right. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm going to need the autopilot soon, I think. I'm missing everything. I've totally lost it.
Mines.
Autopilot engaged. Disengaging.
What the? Come on. Ow. I'm going to show a different level. This is the worst one to show you. Come on, I don't want to come last again. That's just embarrassing. Ah. Get off the rails! Ooh. Oh!
Final
Just got past that part with the bomb there.
Autopilot engaged.
Come on, get me.
Disengaging.
At least so I'm not last.
Mines.
Yeah, come on.
Cannon. Race complete.
Yes, I didn't come last. Position 4th. Could have been better, could have been better, could have been worse. Okay. So visually, yeah. Wipeout just knocks it out of the park. Even in terms of headset, PSVR doesn't show as much screen door. So this game in particular is so crisp and sharp that there is very little screen door seen in the headset. Whereas Redout on the Oculus, you can see the screen door a bit more because they're full resolutions, but there's obviously a lot more resolution in the Oculus than there is in the PSVR, but subpixel wise there's a lot more subpixels in the PSVR, and that's not just per eye, that's in total across both screens. For the Oculus doesn't have the same amount of pixels, subpixels as in here, even though they have two screens that has just the same amount of pixels. So the layout and the lenses have actually worked to the PSVR's advantage here. The crispness of the display hasn't actually suffered from so much on the resolution side. It's done perfectly well and is very acceptable. In fact, I'd actually rate the niceness of the display as going PSVR, Oculus, and then the Vive. Apart from the Vive Pro is actually better on that side. So Vive Pro, PSVR, Oculus, then Vive when it comes to display. There'll be those that will disagree with me out there. They're welcome to disagree. But for me personally, I think the display in the PSVR actually is quite technically very good. games like this and Bound show is where we have super sampling, is that the PSVR's image quality can actually compete with the big boys, but it's more down to the power that needs to be supplied to the game to actually achieve those resolutions. And the job the developers have done with this game is just spectacular. I mean, you can see the differences graphically. Okay, we're going to go to Fury. Let's go. I've got 15 out of some there. Let's do something that I haven't done. Ooh, Eliminator. Yeah.
Paramount.
Okay, this is something I haven't seen in Redout yet, and that's an eliminator, because Redout has like a set active weapon. Here, of course, we're picking weapons up off the grid, and this one in particular, I just have to kill everybody as quickly as possible. Someone like that. Driving wise, they are completely different beasts as well.
Contender eliminated. Bomb.
Oh, I missed it. Come on. Weapons control.
Mines.
No.
Speed. Quick.
Yes, Quake.
Contender
Got one.
eliminated.
I don't want to be near that bomb. Come on, gimme.
Critical.
Rocket. I don't want to waste the rockets. Come on. Come on. I need to catch up with these people. Damn it. Oh.
Too critical.
Give me a weapon. A weapon I can use. No, come on. That was an opportune moment. Come on, come on. Whoa! I went off the side. He tried to put mines down on me. Come here, you. No! Fatal. Uh-oh, I got one. Oh, what? Oh, did you see that?
Plasma. Rockets. Rockets. Missile.
What? Come on, get off me, leech beam. I went straight into that bomb. Come on. I know what. We'll drive the wrong way. This is about killing them, not getting first, so... Here they come. Ha! Come on, come on. Love this game. This is so well made. Oh, that was fair. Got my leech beam on him.
Leech beam.
Oh, what? Oh no, I'm being leech.
Missile.
Oh. Come on, give me something good. Mines. Oh. Oh, no probs. That's okay. This is really good game. I mean, visually. Gameplay, you've got 3 whole games, You've got the online multiplayer as well, so you can have a laugh with your friends, but for me as a judgment between the two, I know it's unfair that I haven't played as much of Redout, but Wipeout just nails so much to the ground. It's not perfect though. I mean, this whole avatar doesn't move. That's one thing. Number two, it's left-handed, and you don't have HOTAS like it's got HOTAS like layout here. It should normally be the other way around. And it would be really cool if you had HOTAS control in here. With foot pedals as well if you wanted it. That'd be cool. Probably be pretty hard to play, but it'd be cool. And that's about it for the faults. Those are the only things that I can think of in Wipeout, apart from the fact that some of the tracks are too difficult for me to sometimes get too well. But that's the thing about practice and practice and practice and just getting good. But yeah, for me, I think I would call it as a victory lap for Wipeout on the PSVR. But Redout as a VR game is good. I think if Redout had made it to the PSVR before Wipeout, it would have done really well. A lot of people would have really liked. I mean, Readout G has done, I think, reasonably well on PSVR. The reason why I haven't included Readout G in this versus strip lineup is because Readout G just bored me basically. It could be fast, but it's like on a round, tubey thing, and sometimes you have breaks and it goes off and does its own thing. But in general, it bored me. Whereas Wipeout constantly entertains. Redout is looking like one that's also entertaining, a different movement control. So yes, it's still interesting as a comparison between Wipeout and Redout. Track design wise, in the actual layout of the tracks, Redout was doing really well there actually. Redout and Wipeout I think are on good terms when it comes to track design, but the surrounding area and the extra polish, just the extra polish that Wipeout has placed onto everything, it can't be ignored, it really can't. So yeah, I think I'm going to call that one. As a versus stream, I think I'm going to call that one. Yeah, so something there for my head. Come on. There we go. So let's get that playing again. Right, so here's the deal. We have over this side Redout, my right, your left. So Redout is that way. Pretty cool game. I do enjoy it so far. Different sense of gameplay. Still very good. Very enjoyable. Shame it didn't make it onto PSVR. It was supposed to come to PSVR. I think a lot of people would have got a kick out of it if it had released on PSVR. If it does release in the future and you have a choice between Redout and Wipeout, I would go with Wipeout. But if you have the money and you want something else different than AG Racing, and it does somehow miraculously manage to get to PSVR, Redout's still a viable option. I thought it was going to be a clearer cut thing when I went and bought Redout this morning as to what game would be king of the AG races. But it's a lot closer than I thought. A lot closer than I thought. So, yeah. Interesting. Redout did a good job. Not quite the same as Wipeout. Different gameplay elements. Nice to have a change on things. Definitely pretty worthy, actually. But not quite the same level of polish. Just doesn't edge it, which is really a bit surprising in some ways. Though it's been out for quite a while. We'll see where it's going. I know there is a Redout 2 coming, but Redout 2 is moving away from the track-based one and is going into space, like proper flying in space. So I guess we'll figure out where that's going. Okay, cool. Let's wrap this up. So yeah, if you want to ask any questions about either game or VR in general, or any questions whatsoever, please leave some comments in the sections down below. If you liked the video, then please hit the like, which will be somewhere over there, down a bit. That's a click. Yeah. And of course it's next to disliking. If you dislike it, then what can I do? And of course, if you haven't subscribed, there's going to be like a subscription button that's going to be that way, and there's going to be a video kind of like up there, and there's going to be another video like up there, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed the stream.